Hello and welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this episode we are talking about The Lost City on 4K Ultra HD from Paramount. Now this movie is notable for several reasons, but the largest is this might be Sandra Bullock's last movie. She has made it very clear going into the press around this project that she's taking an indefinite hiatus from acting with no solid plans on when she's going to come back. In fact, when they ask her when she's going to come back, she says, and when I don't feel like I feel right now when I'm in front of the camera. She's just burned out. She just doesn't enjoy it anymore. She wants to be a mom. She wants to go home, be with her kids, and just live a normal life. And I understand that, but it makes me sad because I love Sandra Bullock. I am of the Sandy B generation. I mean, Speed was huge for me. Channing Tatum is in this movie as well. I've really become a fan of him since the Jump Street movies. And Brad Pitt, not featured on the cover. Brad Pitt is also in here in a supporting role. He gets more interesting to me the older he gets. The parts he's taking, the things that he does, he has nothing left to prove. The movie itself is what you would get if you put Indiana Jones, Romancing the Stone, and the Jump Street movies in a blender and hit mix. That's what it's a comedy, but it's got a lot of elements of like treasure hunting and, you know, jungle diving and spelunking and adventure and stuff like that. So Sandra Bullock is a romance slash adventure novelist. She's written a series, and this is Channing Tatum is he's the cover model and like the manifestation of the male character in her novels, and they have sort of an opposites attract thing. So Daniel Radcliffe kidnaps Sandra Bullock and is like blackmailing her into helping him find some lost treasure. So enter my criticisms of the movie. First of all, it's fun. It's fun and it's fine. I don't think the movie's great. I don't think it's horrible. It's like, it's okay. It's not something you're going to be thinking about after you've watched it. I don't know what the replay value is going to be on this for you. It's not, it's kind of generic, honestly. But it's not bad. Daniel Radcliffe for me is not a convincing bad guy or antagonist or what was the movie? He was Guns Akimbo. That was I reviewed that movie, where he's supposed to be like this machine gunning. I don't buy him in those roles. He's so small. He's so diminutive and almost elfin. There's a tone here. This is the thing that we talk about this sometimes, or I talk about this sometimes in my video. There's a tone for modern comedy. First of all, they don't make a lot of comedies anymore, which is sad because I guess people won't go see them. But comedy, you know, I'm from like, okay, so Saturday Night Live, all the great 80s movies, you know, Animal House, Blues Brothers, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, like all through the 80s and the 90s. That's comedy for me. Even Monty Python and stuff like that. Comedy now has developed this really postmodern, ironic, superior tone. You know, it used to just be like pratfalls and silly jokes and like situational comedy. Now comedy has turned into this thing that's like, look at this a-hole. And there's a lot of that in here. Just like, they're not jokes. They're just kind of people being a little bit rude. And I guess we're supposed to think that's funny. That doesn't really do it for me. But I like aspects of this movie. I like Sandra Bullock here. Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum have no chemistry. I'm just going to say it. They have no chemistry in this movie. I do not buy them as romantic leads. But friends, maybe, you know. But it's fun. And if you don't ask for too much, that's my review, right? And then I think that's coming through. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. How does it look on 4K? It looks fine. It looks okay. So it's shot digitally, right? You all know, probably if you watch my reviews, I don't love digital because it's so limited. I know it's easy to work with, and I have people that... There is nothing in this movie that makes it feel like it couldn't have been a Netflix project or a streaming series or even something on just television. Like the way things are shot now, very few projects have this cinematic grandeur. When you shoot something on film, you have that 35mm image, or heaven forbid 70mm. You're talking about depth, you're talking about grain, you're talking about all these layers. Digital shot projects just don't have that. And this movie, while it looks good and it's filled with lots of beautiful colors and lush greenery from the Dominican Republic and volcanoes and all this stuff. It's visually pleasing. It's got a lot of great colors, but it just doesn't fly off the screen. It's just it's fairly limited. Some of you guys are going to you're going to have a hard time telling the Blu-ray from the 4K. And I should mention that this does not have. Well, I got to take. We have the digital code voucher. It is just a 4K. Paramount is doing this more and more, where you don't get a combo pack. You just get the 4K, or if you buy the Blu-ray, you're getting the one disc. It is a little bit better if you're in the store. If you have 4K and you're like Blu-ray 4K, Blu-ray 4K, get the 4K. It's a little bit better, but it's not like whoa, what a revelation. It's a little bit better. It's got HDR. The special features have HDR, which is nice. I should say the hype sticker here touts 50 minutes of special features. They're broken down. I guess they do this for digital. They're broken down into these little bitty bite-sized chunks. You don't want anybody to get bored. So 5 to 7 minutes, just these little nuggets of like Sandra Bullock talking about Channing Tatum. Well, he's got great instincts. He's a very funny actor. He's very talented. He's dedicated. He's hardworking. He really brings a lot to the project. Channing Tatum on Sandra Bullock. She's just a powerhouse. Not just in front of the camera, but behind it too. What a joy to work. That kind of thing. You're not going to find anything out. You're not going to get any dirt on the movie, but you get to spend a little more time with the people. You get to see some behind the scenes footage. So there's 50 minutes of this stuff. There's deleted scenes that run about 8 minutes. There's a gag reel. I love a gag reel. It runs 5 minutes and some change. And it's fun. That's at the end of the day, that's what I have to say about The Lost City, is that it's fun. It's not memorable. It's not special. And if this is Sandra Bullock's last movie, there are certainly worse things that she could go out on. But let's be honest, there are better things that she could have gone out on too. I'm curious what you guys think about this movie if you've seen it. Again, it's kind of a nice throwback to comedy adventures. And again, they don't make comedies much anymore. They try every now and then, but again, it's just like a weird mean tone. This is not a mean movie, but it just has this strange jokes that don't feel like jokes. I should mention there are 5 screenwriters here. One of them is the writer of 22 Jump Street. So a little bit of that comes through, which I appreciate because I think those movies are fun. There's a sweetness to the Jump Street movies. I need that sweetness that's like, it's okay. Like, 22 Jump Street, 21 and 22 Jump Street movies have a real bromance kind of a thing going underneath. I wish that Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum had the chemistry that Channing Tatum has with Jonah Hill, but that's not to be. Let me know what you think about this movie. I will put a link to it in the description of this video if you want to pick it up for purchase. You'll be helping support Serial at Midnight. But yeah, continue the conversation about this movie. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. Until next time, I will catch you later.